So as I said in my previous video, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to tackle branding, how you are supposed to handle yourself, how you are supposed to project yourself as a business, as an individual, as an entity to the outside world. In my previous video, I said I was going to help you understand what branding is and how to create a brand for yourself. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about branding. And then not just any branding, but then personality branding. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. Hello, precious one. My name is Brakuku Simon, and this is my channel. Today, I am talking about branding. When you talk about branding, what does it mean? Branding simply means creating an identity for yourself, what you are supposed to be known for, what you want people to know you of. So, creating a brand, first we'll look at a name that you want people to know you with. Do you want your name, like your biological name, to represent your brand, or you want to create a name for your brand? You look at pictorial image. That is, if you want to create a logo for yourself, how should your logo be seen? So these are some of the pointers you want to consider when creating a brand for yourself. I am Brakuku Simon, and my brand name is Brakuku Simon. Now let's dive into creating a personal or a personality brand. Now, before you even consider creating a brand for yourself, the first point you have to note is that you have to define your personal brand. Start by defining your unique selling point and identifying what sets you apart from others in your sphere of influence. In the place that you find yourself, in your industry, in your workplace, what are the things that makes you unique, that makes you stand out among your peers, among your colleagues? What makes you stand out unique? Identify all those things. Now, identify your values, identify your principles. What do you stand for? What do you believe in? Some of these things will inform you on how to go about creating your brand. What are the things you stand for? What should people know you for? Are you someone who tolerates? Are you someone who create value for yourself? Let people know your norms, your principles. Now define your vision. Your vision is what you want, what you want to achieve. All these things that you are doing, what do you want to achieve? Now, after you define your vision, you now go on to define your mission. You know your vision. How do you intend to achieve these things? Now, when you finish putting all these things down, then you now come to consider the style you want to put out, how you want people to see you, and then you create that brand for yourself. Now, the next point you have to consider is identify your target audience. Who are the people you are presenting yourself to? Are you targeting as children? Are you targeting at adults? Are you targeting at males? Are you targeting at females? Are you targeting at people of the elite class, the corporate society? Who are your target audience? Identify the audience you want to appeal to and understand what they are looking for in a personal brand. So the people that you want to appeal to, what do they want? What are they looking for in a personal brand? So when you identify all these things, it will help you in branding yourself, in packaging yourself to present to your people, because these are the people you want to offer yourself to, and you know what they want. So if you know what your target audience wants, you now package yourself to suit your target audience, and then what you deliver to them, because you know this is exactly what they want. Now, the next point I want us to look at is, after you have identified your target audience, you have to develop a brand strategy. Now, develop a brand strategy that includes your brand messaging, your brand positioning, your brand personality, and even tone of voice. After you know the people you are going to appeal to, you develop a strategy, how you want to present your brand. So that will include your messaging. Now, if you are targeting at, for example, the younger generation, you realize that in this time, the younger generation appreciates screens more. The younger generation of late don't really like reading, in quotes, majority. So if you want to appeal to the younger generation, what brand strategy are you supposed to take? Since you know that they appreciate watching, why don't you communicate to them through medium of visuality, like creating content, I mean video content like I'm doing. You realize that this generation is glued to their phone. Why don't you meet them there? The platform where you can find them most. Social media. Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, go on Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, name them. That is where your target audience is. So you develop a strategy that will help you meet them. That is where they are. So consider some of the mediums and the avenues that you can take to meet your audience. In your brand strategizing or in strategizing your brand, consider your tone of voice as well. But that should also be in link to the personality you have created for yourself. For example, if you want to appeal to the elite group, the corporate society, you must have to have a touch of corporateness in even the tone of your voice. These people are people who are really serious in life. In quote, I'm not saying that if you are not a corporate person, you are not serious in life. Don't misquote me. That is not what I mean. But then you realize that these people mean business. So you have to package yourself that will meet their needs. They don't really joke with their time and stuff like that. So they don't really have time for some of these things. So in developing your brand personality, you have to consider all these things. Now, the next point that I want to bring to your notice when developing your personal brand or building a brand for yourself is that I would encourage you to create content. Yes, you know your target audience. You must have to give them something. Now, the only medium you can give your client or your audience something is by creating something. You can be writing stories, creating videos, recording audios, social media posts, podcasts, what have you. If you know your target audience, you know where you meet them, then you develop content for them. So my target audience is you. And that is why I'm creating this content for you so that you can access it. So if you are building a brand for yourself, create content that aligns with your personal brand, the brand that you have created for yourself. For example, if your brand is to be corporate, you have nothing to do with comedy. So let whatever content that you are doing be in sync with your brand. The next point I want to talk about is engage with your audience. Now, after you have created content for your audience, some of them will like, some of them will comment, some of them will even retweet, some of them will share them. When these engagements come, get involved. Reply to comments, especially on social media. When your audience are engaging with your content, try to also engage back with them. Mention them in your comments. Sometimes, especially if you're a video content creator, you can bring up posts or comments from your previous videos and then acknowledge them. Let them know that you have seen that they are engaging with your content. And with that, trust me, when your audience feel that you accept them and they know that you are part of them, then they begin to engage with you more. So please, as part of your brand identity, as part of creating a brand for yourself, try and engage with your audience. Reply to their messages. Some of them will be sending you direct messages. Reply. Some of them will be sending comments. Reply. When they comment, to like them. Let them know that you appreciate and value them. When it happens like that, trust me, you are on your way to achieving your goals, your aims, and your vision for even deciding to create a brand for yourself. Now, the last point that I will talk about is that monitor and evolve your brand. Monitor the effectiveness of your brand strategy and make adjustments as needed to ensure that your personal brand remains relevant and resonates with your target audience. As you are growing, you have to sometimes pause and evaluate your brand. Does it resonate with your target audience? Does the content that you are creating is it being appreciated? Your method, your strategy, is it really causing the effect that you are looking out for? If not, then please, you have to evolve it. You have to re-strategize. So after you've done all the pointers that I've mentioned, you will then have to monitor them, see the effectiveness of it, whether it is achieving your target goal or not. If it is achieving your target goal, you find ways to improve upon it and make it even more than you expect. If it is not, then you have to relook at your strategy and remap and then come back again. And trust me, you are going to enjoy whatever brand that you are creating for yourself. Creating a strong personality brand takes time and effort, but it can pay off by building your reputation and increasing your opportunities for success in your chosen field. Building a brand is not easy. It requires consistency, it requires dedication, it requires commitment. So if you have decided to build a brand for yourself, to build a name for yourself, then you must be ready to be consistent in whatever you are doing. You must be ready to be dedicated to the work that you are doing. You must be ready to be committed to it. And trust me, it is going to pay off. If you are enjoying this video, kindly click on the subscribe button and then turn on the post notification so that when I release a new video, you get a first-hand notification. My name is Simon. I'll see you in my next video.